Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. First live stream in a while. Well, not in a while, since Sunday, pretty much. But hope everyone's having a good night. So this weekend, final week of the season, at least for a lot of teams, and for us, it's not. To see where this team is going this weekend, it looks like, I don't know, from both sides, from the Eagles and the Cowboys, it looks like, they're trying to take advantage of the rule, this COVID rule, a little bit. I don't know if there's going to be some certain players out of this game. I mean, I don't know if Lane Johnson's playing, Fletcher's playing, Dickerson's playing. I don't know. There's probably some key players that might be out of this game. I highly doubt they're going to keep a lot of players in contention to play Saturday. The Cowboys might be playing the same card. Trevon Diggs, obviously, Micah Parsons, Tyron Smith. It's just weird. The most important players are the ones that are on the reserve list right now for the Cowboys. So I would love to get our 10th win of the season, this Saturday. But we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Like, am I going to take this loss or this win as serious as possible? I don't know. If they're taking guys out of this game, I can't go crazy about this game if they're purposely not going to be playing everybody. But yeah, it is what it is. But we're going to have a lot to talk about even after this week. We're going to have a playoff game, guys. We're actually going to have a playoff game, which is really exciting. Can't wait. Very pumped about it. So I hope everyone's having a good night tonight, guys. So the plan for the weekend as of right now, what we're going to do is tomorrow, Friday, we will have a Philly Shakedown tomorrow night on my channel. Saturday, Sunday, we'll have the Philly Shakedown as well. So we're going to have 3 Philly Shakedowns Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's pretty much how we are going to do it this week. Philly has been busy with work and stuff. I've been under the weather, obviously, if you guys know. So everything's been kind of nuts. Got OG Philly guy says, "How you feeling, Joe?" Also got the ick, and it's no joke. Well, bro, I hope you feel better, and I hope you get through it, because I still don't feel good as of right now. Am I getting better? Definitely, but getting better. Bang bang burr gang. Getting better. Still feel like crap. So. P says Calvin Ridley. Yeah, so there's been some news about, the Falcons and Calvin Ridley kind of might be in a little bit of a divorce come this offseason. Calvin Ridley, might be up for a big trade from the Falcons this offseason. Yeah, if the Eagles want to bite on it, I have no problem with it. Even when we faced the Falcons the first week, Calvin Ridley was really the only player that was doing much of anything. Maybe Gage had some good plays, and obviously they had a good run game with Mike Davis, but Kyle Pitts only had like 30-something yards receiving that game. Calvin Ridley would be a great number 2 for this team. I still think they need to go after a number 2 receiver in free agency or via trade. I don't care how they do it, but I think they need to make a move. Somewhat of a move. I don't know what it's going to cost for Calvin Ridley. He's got one, like, if we acquire him next year, he'll only have a year left on his contract. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Our Gravy, what's going on, man? Philly 215. Joseph Sirani, what's up, guys? Big Pun says, Joey, you ready to shovel snow tomorrow? I'm not shoveling a damn thing tomorrow. So, Ashtomasti says, Gallup tore. Yeah, I heard that he tore his ACL. Our Gravy says, no one in the NFC scares me. It's going to be interesting. Like, I could see us getting the Rams. I could see us getting Tampa Bay, obviously. And Tampa Bay, obviously, has some injuries. I think if we have a second shot at them, I mean, they got Tom Brady at the end of the day. So, I mean, if the Eagles have a shot, it could be a shot against them. I don't know. But I hope this team makes noise. I hope they do. It's going to take all of them to get it done. OG Philly guy, what's going on? I'm all right. I'm getting there. Big Pun Eagles need a big game obviously this offseason to open up the field for Smitty. Oh, definitely. I still don't think they're using Smitty the right way. I still think they need to use him a lot more. So we'll see what happens. But I don't think you're getting Devontae Adams just because it's going to cost a lot. And there's already been rumors about Devontae Adams that he actually might get franchise tagged as of right now. So that might happen. I don't know who else. Mike Williams is another free agent. Godwin, he's going to be, he's coming off an ACL, MCL injury. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens at that position. I honestly don't know who. I mean, Calvin Ridley, I don't know how much it's going to cost for him. Are they going to want a first-round pick? I'm not sure. Maybe not. You could maybe give up a second, maybe a third. I don't know. Just depends. You might have to maybe have a couple picks in there. So we'll see. Ridley really needs to be on another team. I think he does. Now, I think he only played about 5 games, like 280 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think he pretty much left because of mental issues, unfortunately. So obviously we know that Lane Johnson had kind of the same thing. So he hasn't played much. They only played like 5 games this year for Calvin Ridley. So not much. So he's 27 years old. He'll be 28 in about 24 days. So by the time if we trade for him, he will be about 28 years old. So K's on 877 says looking for the teams using co-rest strategic players who they want to rest without intentionally not playing them. I think that's what they're trying to do. I said that right in the beginning of the stream. I think they're taking advantage of this this virus situation with the rules. Obviously, they can't move the playoff game, so that's definitely not happening. But at least if they get tested one time, or maybe there's a certain amount of time before they get tested, I think the Eagles are taking advantage of that. And it's just weird. I think the Cowboys are doing the same thing, even though the report came out that the Cowboys were starting all their starters this weekend. The Cowboys, I think, and it's just weird how like Micah Parsons, Trevon Diggs, Tyron Smith, like these are the players that are getting it. You know what I mean? And it's just weird how those top names are getting it on the Cowboys right now. So I think obviously there is a plan behind this on both sides from both teams. So we'll see. KSF's the 345 Huts. Geez, to be excited, just make the playoffs. It's crazy, right? Like who would have known? Who would have thought? Who would have thought, right? It's just crazy. Johnny Blaze of Man says we missed on DK, Just Jefferson. We still in the playoffs. It's crazy. And those two players aren't in the playoffs right now. It's just kind of nuts when you think about it. Big Jocka says, glad you're back yourself, bro. I had COVID the last 2 weeks, so I know about the headaches, the hot flashes, and just wanted to sleep all day. Trust me, yes. It's been tough. It's been a tough week. It's really tough right now. Got this big light shining on my face right now. So, yeah, it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy I've kind of had it since I'd say I wouldn't say Christmas. I'd say by like Christmas. I'd say by New Year's Eve I've had it pretty much. OG Philly guy said it's a new season when playoffs start. Everyone starts 0-0. Let's go Birds. That's what I'm saying. Like it doesn't look, we can reward ourselves for what we do in the regular season, but the playoffs is it's a rematch. It's a pretty much a redo of everything of a new season. So I'm looking to see if this team comes together to make some noise and really surprise somebody, at least with a playoff win. I mean, I'm really happy that these guys are going to be getting at least a playoff experience, which, the youngest quarterback in Jalen Hurts at 23 years old is going to the playoffs as of right now. Okay, over 750 rushing yards. What was it, like 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns for the year for Jalen Hurts so far. Only missing a game this year, but and having a really good backup quarterback on top of it. So I want to see if they actually play, if they play Minshew, Saturday. Obviously, this game was flexed Saturday. Obviously, it's for the ratings. It's for the NFL to make more money, but at the same time, like, I don't know why. I know why they flexed it for that reason, but Big Pun says, just got my booster today. I feel like the Hulk. I bet your arm's killing you for that first day. I'll tell you that much. Smitty, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Clark Roberts says, that would be nice. Big Pun says, Ridley was teammate with Smith and Hurts in Alabama. Yep, I know that. I definitely know that. Clark says Ridley and Smith would be dope. I would really like that a lot. I really would. Ridley's one of those receivers that just needs to go to another team, new background, just new everything going towards his way. I just don't think, when I say Quez Watkins is not a number 2, people kind of attack me a little bit. And I say, well, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying I don't think he's a complimentary receiver to Smith. I think Quez has shown a lot of upside this year. He's made some tough catches this year, even early in the season when our play calling was bad. We had no run game, and Jalen Hurts mechanically didn't really look good earlier in the season. But Quez has made some good plays this year. Obviously, other than really the only bad play he really didn't make was that, what was it, the end of the second quarter? I forgot what game it was. The touchdown at the end of the second quarter that went through his arms. I mean, it went right through his hands. So, I mean, that's really the only play I'd be going crazy about. Keys on to the pressure of being wide receiver one really couldn't handle. Yeah, probably not. I don't think he's the number one receiver. I think he's a complimentary number two. I think he would be a perfect fit in Philadelphia. I really do. Smitty caught 61. Says if we get Ridley, I would faint. I think it'd be a good move. I think it'd be a really good move. Amber Brace says, do you know what injury DeAndre Hopkins has? I don't even know. I totally forgot. I thought it was I don't know. Someone said a knee injury, so I'm not sure. Arger said Michael Thomas would be a good trade target. I don't even know. Michael Thomas, I haven't heard any news on Michael Thomas. Nothing. He's another head case. It's already enough that Antonio Brown, what he did on the field this past weekend was ridiculous, but I think he's another head case, and that's just me, though. Super Bowl 52 says, forget other Eagles fans. It said the Cow Thought's going to win. Aiden Roar says we need Mike Williams with Devontae Smith. Mike Williams, another guy I would definitely want. Definitely. KOLC says really is in an Eagle jersey would be great for this organization. I'll see. We're going to see how much it's going to cost. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much it's going to cost for the year next year. It really can't be that much. I didn't see an updated contract. I didn't see the updated contract and what his cap hit number is. I know his cap hit this year was like 3.5, 3.6. Something like that. So it wasn't crazy. Jay Shung said, what's up? How you feeling? Hope you're feeling better when the shakedown. We're going to have the shakedown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're going to have 3 shakedowns this weekend. So we're going to be busy. 3 days straight, even Sunday. So, because we're going to have something to look forward to with the playoffs and everything like that. RG Graves says, if Brooks ever coming back, why don't we put him on the season-ending IR? I have no idea. I don't know what happened. He's been injured every part of this offseason. Between OTAs, he was hurt. Training camp, he was hurt. The first week against the Falcons, he was hurt. And I think he got the pectoral in the home opener. And then ever since then, he hasn't been around. If you trade Brandon Brooks post-June next year, you save $13.5 million in cap space. I think it's like 4 to 6 in dead money. Who cares? I mean, they have to trade him. I like Jack Driscoll and I like Herbig at right guard right now. I do. Jared Driscoll has played very well. He's on IR right now, so I don't know if he's coming back. Probably not. Davion Taylor, we found out he's not coming back. And he had the knee, I think, before the bye week. So Amber Braces says Hurts the guy. Hurts has shown consistency the past few weeks. He's played really well. I think he's earned himself a starting spot next year. Is he the franchise quarterback? I still don't know. But what he's showing to me, I mean, even when we didn't do anything the first half of this Washington game, even the past couple weeks, Hurts just kept chugging along. Hurts just kept making really good throws, despite the defense not doing much, despite the rest of the offense not doing much. He was making things happen. So, Hurts has looked really good. Looked really, really good. I'm excited for what he does in the playoffs. I really am, because I think this team would be a different breed in the playoffs. The Hit Arrow Squad says Eagles are playing the Rams. The playoffs stayed the same. I'd say the Rams. I'd say maybe Tampa Bay, if that's the case. I mean, I don't know if we want to face Tampa Bay, but we'd have to see, though. Joe Sirianni says, do you think they will play Smith so he could break Jackson's rookie record? I mean, he might. How many more yards he needs? He had what? I think last game he needed like 160 yards. So was he need like 100 yards, something like that, in this game? Gigi and I read your message on YouTube. Philly Shakedown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. How is you're doing it Friday? We're doing it 3 days straight. We're doing it 3 days. Shane says I would start the starters because I want the yeah, I know, but I don't think the Cowboys are going to be playing anybody either. Plus the Eagles are definitely not putting in the starters. So if you're wishing starters to be in this game, it's not going to happen. Maybe there's going to be some starters, but not everybody. Our Graves said, does anyone know Hurts touchdown? I don't even know. I haven't even checked that in a while, to be honest. Case Hannah says right now with the age of our team, experience really matters. Cryptologist, man, he's a big Minshew fan, but it ain't gonna happen, bro. Rich says ideal scenario Saturday night. Jalen Hurts and the one starts on play call a TO so the link fans can show their appreciation. Now we'll see. We'll see. Clark says Quez in the slot. Trav 202 says Quez can be that gadget slot receiver. I could see it. I think you need to add more competition this way. Rager has to fight harder for his spot, and we'll see what he's. I would want to make Rager fight more for his spot. Greg Ward's gonna be a free agent. We have to remember that as well. Marianne Johnson says Denver. Richie's MC Shakes is going Minshew stash. I feel better. Yeah, no, I got to shave, bro. So I got to shave, unfortunately. The Minshew stash is not coming in. Richie MC says growing 1 through 3 roots. Clark Roberts says Smith, Ridley, and Quez in the slot. Put Rager on special teams for punt returns and as a 4 or 5 receiver. Yeah, I'd be fine with that. FMN Brett says Mike Williams to the Birds. Definitely somebody I'd be thinking about. Jason Young, UC Philly 500 really said he would sign him in a heartbeat. I would too. I'd do it in a heartbeat, but it just depends what they want for him. If they want a first-round pick, then I'm not sure. That's what I don't know. He's only played 5 games this past year. There's really not much to go on with Calvin Ridley. He is a good player. He's someone you definitely have to watch out for. But as of what he's done this past year, it hasn't been much with 2 touchdowns this year. So as being that number 1 guy. So after Pod's Jenner will be in the playoff game while Josh Jefferson sits on his couch. Yeah, it's pretty sad, honestly. It's pretty sad. Spinny Cost 61 says, do we still have Hightower? He had a lot of upside, always open, but couldn't catch until Rager. He could get open. I think he's still here, but I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's still on practice squad. Right now, I think he's still on practice squad. So. Cordago, so glad you're feeling better. I'm getting there. I'm tired right now because I haven't been really up late at all. So I'm asleep at this time. Jay says, yeah, the shakedown on the weekends. Definitely. OG says maybe Brooks is having mental issues again. I guess. I don't even know at this point. I don't. I wish I had an answer. What is going on with Brandon Brooks? What is going on? I said to myself before the season started, I said, he better not get hurt once. And he's been hurt 3 times. 3 at this point. It's crazy. It's nuts. And by the way, guys, I'm doing the stream on StreamYard. I just wanted to do something else tonight. I didn't want to go on Streamlabs tonight, so that's why I'm doing on StreamYard today. So let's see here. Rich says Shakes needs to do a man simulation with all the Eagles back up Sunday night after the game. I'd provide financial incentive to have that done. Yeah, we haven't had one in a while, especially last week. Well, when we first faced Washington, I didn't know what was going on because we didn't know who was playing, who wasn't playing from both sides, from both teams. Aiden Ranch says, is Miles Sanders coming back? Not this week, but maybe wild card. I don't think I've had a broken hand before. I've broken a bone in my hand before, okay? And there's no way he's going to be back for the wild card game. And if he comes back, then you have to worry about him fumbling the ball, getting him back to 100%. It's one game. You know what I mean? It's one game that you can lose easily, or it's one game that you could really make some noise. And I don't know if Miles Sanders is going to be ready. I don't know. I've broken a bone in my hand. You could play that position with a broken hand. He didn't break his whole hand. He broke a bone. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's really any point. I don't know. I don't know if there's really any point. You have to worry about him fumbling the ball. You have to worry about him making mistakes. And, he's already missed a couple games already. You know what I mean? Clark says Hurts' accuracy has gotten better. I think definitely. And I think, his accuracy's been really good. But at the same time, even when he was hurt with that ankle sprain the past couple weeks before the Washington game, obviously, a couple weeks before that, he wasn't 100% mobile. So he was kind of forcing himself to stay in the pocket, being a little bit more patient, climbing the pocket a little bit more, going through his reads and his progressions. And I think that really helped him a lot. That, obviously him carrying the football to himself, it's another thing that defenses have to defend. But I mean, I couldn't complain about what he did. I couldn't complain about how he was throwing the ball. I really didn't. Even that Washington game we just played, I thought he threw the ball great that whole entire game. You know what I mean? Just really the only thing that this team needs to do offensively is not be a second half team, and this defense needs to like do more stunts, more blitzes in the first half. Like, I think we could do something with this defense. But if you don't have that 4-man pass rush, stop continuing with it for 2 quarters until you make, because against good teams, you're going to put yourself in a hole. You're going to put yourself in a big hole. You're not going to know what to do with it. Jeff said, I really believe at this point the problem with Brooks is mental. I probably agree. Argray says Minshew can handle the Cowboys so Jalen can rest up for playoffs. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what they're going to do. So it's like there's 2 instances with this. Jalen Hurts takes off a lot of time, and hopefully he doesn't look sluggish, and hopefully the rest of the team doesn't look sluggish at this point going to the playoffs. That's what you're hoping doesn't happen. So what do you think in 2 days? The start either starter. I don't know what they do. I'd rather them not start their starters. That's my opinion. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be fans that want starters to play, and there's going to be fans that don't. I don't think there's going to be a lot of starters playing in this game. I don't think there's going to be a lot of starters playing. That's just me, though. KOLC says we got too many dang players getting paid that are either hurt or even not on our team enough. Let's see. Kezan says Rams good matchup for us. They don't like playing running teams. Super Bowl 52 said I got faith in our Eagles versus any team they found their rhythm. I think once this offense has rhythm, man, this team does a lot of damage. And especially this defense, once they start plugging with some of these pressures, I mean, they play really good. But, you can't miss a whole half of football. I mean, that's the only problem I have. They just can't miss a whole half of football at the end of the day. Liam says he needs 38 yards. Well, he could do that easily. For Deshaun Jackson's rookie receiving franchise record or his rookie record, whatever. Let's see here. Ashford says Eagles are supposed to be top 5 guards team heading into the season. I think we were predicting to lose like every game, including the Lions. Just goes to show nobody knows anything. I didn't have us winning 4 to 6 games this year. I had us winning 7 to 9 games. I had us winning 7 to 9 games, 10 plus. Obviously, if they really surprise us, but I wasn't. I knew they were going to make a lot of mistakes this year. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I still get those guys in the comments that everyone thinks I hate Jalen Hurts, and I don't. You know what I mean? Like because 6 weeks ago I crucified him, and now because he's playing well, I'm not allowed to be happy that he's playing well. You know what I mean? So, Bergang Foster, what's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good night tonight. Adro Joint says, all I know is we need to get Ridley for next year. I think it'd be a good pickup, man. I think it'd be a good pickup. Obviously, what would you do at this point, right? You either get a big-time free agent like Godwin or Mike Williams or some of these other guys that are going to cost a lot of money. Now, getting into a trade, do you want to pay somebody more or do you want to go and give up some draft capital? So we're going to see how much it costs to even acquire him, but we'll see. We'll see. David, I said, I love the comparison. Another Eagles YouTuber put out earlier. Hurts in his first 19 games playing as well, not better than Murray, Luck, and I forget the other quarterback. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to look at the stats, but I mean, from a learning curve, that Jalen Hurts has gotten better pretty much every single week. Yeah, I'd say he's gotten better, and I think because Jalen Hurts has been better, Nick Sirianni has been a lot better too. Can't forget about him either. He runs this offense with Shane Steichen as the offensive coordinator, so. I think everyone's gotten better. I think, and especially you're putting a rookie coach in, and obviously early in the season, Jalen Hurts was still a rookie at this point. He only started a few games last year, and he came in and we had some issues. We had some trouble. We had Jordan Howard on practice squad. We had no run game. We had 7 linebackers on the roster. I mean, there was a lot of issues. I think defense still has issues, but it has gotten better. Big Pun says, Joey, who do you think would win a championship first of Philly? Nick Sirianni, Doc Rivers, or Joe Girardi? First, as of right now, I think Nick Sirianni is close. I really do. I think if they hit on this draft this year, and they're going to have cap space, they're going to have 12 draft picks, 3 first-round picks this year. I think this team could do a lot if they put their mind to it. I think if Howie Roseman makes the right decisions, and hopefully there is a nice collaborative effort with the front office and the coaching staff when it comes to free agency and the draft and how to use some of these guys. I think Nick Sirianni is a really good coach. I really do. I think this has turned into, ever since that plant fertilizer, the seeds are growing, the plants, the roots are growing meme that came out after that Raiders game when the Eagles got buried by double digits. I think something changed, something turned around. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy. Jojo said he hasn't played since week 4. Mental health issue, really has had 800 yards every season. Yeah. Flash Style Entertainment says, "How do you feel about Calvin Ridley?" I feel good. Like I think he would be a great number 2. I think he'd be a fantastic number 2 complement to Devontae Smith. I mean, that's what I think. He could run routes. He's a tweaky route runner. You could line him up anywhere on the field. You could line him in the slot. You could line him outside. He could go for screen pass. I mean, he could do a lot. And I'm telling you, it's going to open a lot. Plus Dallas Goedert being on the field, and he gets enough catches per game. So it could be lethal next year. It could be very dangerous next year. No joke. Andy Hansen says Brooks is done. Roseman probably told him his work is done, and they are moving on with the young guys. Probably just told him they'll pay him to stay home. I don't know what they told him, but, I mean, he's a waste of money right now. Just a waste. The problem is he's a $19 million cap hit next year. So, like, what team is going to take that? I said to myself, if he comes back at the end of the year, earlier this season, I said, hey, if he comes back at the end of the year, they could play him. They could play him a little bit. They could do some different things with him. You know, they can at least get some, I don't know, some worth from him. At least if he played a few games, it would be a little bit easy to trade him. But because he hasn't played any games, it's going to be hard to trade him with a $19 million cap hit. So I don't know what the Eagles do. Do the Eagles pay some of that off and they kind of split it with the team? Or I don't know. They have to figure something out because there's no way Eagles are keeping that man at $19 million cap hit next year. I just don't see it. Dean Badgers, how you feeling? I'm all right. I'm getting better, but I still feel like crap inside. So I got a little bit more to go, obviously. So hopefully by playoff week, hopefully by late week in the playoffs, I'll be a lot better. Humble want to close. I would only play stars one quarter, then play backups. They need more reps, and if we can get our backups to have more reps, especially against Dallas, is good. We need everybody up to 100% to run. Oh, definitely. I mean, Jordan Howard is definitely not playing. Lane Johnson's not playing. I don't think Dickerson's playing. Fletch might not play. Hargrave might. I mean, they might not. I mean, even if I don't think stars are even going to play a quarter. I think they're taking a lot of guys out of this game, period. That's what I think is happening. That's just me, though. Lawrence Gertz says, I feel like Quez is better than Calvin Ridley. I don't know about that. I don't think Quez is a compliment receiver to Devontae Smith. I think he's a good number 3, but I think he'd be our 3rd wide receiver. I don't think he's a number 2. Even though Quez has played good, he's made some good catches. I don't know. I haven't seen much to say he's a number 2. And I'm not saying he's a bad guy either, so. Chase Young says completion 265, 61.3 yards, 3,144 touchdown, 3 yards, 3,144, 16 touchdowns, 9 QBR, 87.2 rushing yards, 784 rushing touchdowns, 26 sacked yards, 150 fumbled, 9 last 2 that Jalen Hurts stats. Jody Hyrule says DeAndre Hopkins got traded for a second round, and they are talking about giving a first for Ridley comedy. Yeah, I don't know about that. Plus, he's only played a few games, so I wouldn't give a first. There's no way that teams are giving up a first for Calvin Ridley. There's just no way. Unless someone's stupid enough to give that, I don't think you give a first round pick. He hasn't played that much. I don't care what he did 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It don't matter. I don't care about that. It's a year-to-year league. I do not care. I'm paying him, and I'm literally signing him to what he's done the past year, and it hasn't been that much. I mean, the only good thing about this is really hasn't played much, so less on his body. You know what I mean? Going to be a lot fresher for the 2022 season. So that's a good thing. So. Amber says, will Driscoll be in the playoffs? I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I think Herbig will be at right guard. Joe Joint said, I think they know Miles could play. They're just keeping it a secret weapon come playoffs. I mean, hopefully. Yeah, he could play. I mean, I'm not saying he can't play. He could play. He could play with a broken hand. But he's got, is he going to feel 100% with no pain going into a game with a broken hand? Like, that's what I'm saying. What if he gets hit in that spot in his hand? You know what I mean? I mean, you could play with a broken hand. There's no issue about that. But Richie says Philadelphia offensive lineman Jack Driscoll won't play again this season after the Eagles placed him on reserve on Tuesday. I didn't even know that. I figured he wasn't coming back. George says Quez ain't better than Ridley. No, I think Quez is good. I just don't think he's a number 2. That's just me. RG says Eagles 2018 draft, Gower, Max, swept Mulata. Wow, best draft of this century for them. Yeah, I mean, it took a little bit of time. I mean, with Mulata, took a little bit of time. With Maddox, he's had his ups and downs, but has played pretty well since, I think last year he played pretty good too. I know, actually, last year he played horrible. 2020 he played horrible, but the whole team played horrible regardless. So, Steven Moose says, "You think Brandon Graham could return the playoffs?" I don't think so. No, it really sucks, man. This defensive line is the energy, and I know Graham is trying to get these guys prepared every single game and kind of get them all hyped up and juiced up, but Graham is a big loss this year to this pass rush. I'm telling you, I think Josh Sweat's played really good the past couple weeks. I don't know. I was wondering where the hell he's been. Fletch has played really good the past few weeks. Javon Hargrave is doing what he could do. But he's getting doubled. So, I mean, Fletch is doing a good job. Like, those defensive ends have got to help on the edge to help these defensive tackles out. They've got to help. Joe Joyce said, "I think we can beat the Rams, Bucks with no problems. I really think we're going to the NFC Championship and it'll be ours to lose." NFC Championship game. I'm taking it one game at a time, bro. There'd be nothing. Trust me, bro. There'd be nothing better for me to say I want them to make this game. There'd be nothing. I'm telling you right now. There'd be nothing more that I want right now than the Eagles getting further in the playoffs. Really. I mean, for this team to be a secret team getting into the playoffs, and just because when this team is like there, concentration-wise, and the drive and the passion, determination, this team could do a lot. I'm telling you. Rich, the 16 games versus now 17-game records are skewed. George Jones said Hurts still hasn't caught fire yet. He's a champion. He will catch fire. He's been heating up the past few weeks. He's been heating up pretty good. So Clark says I'd rather beat Brady again in the playoff game. Of course, why not, right? Clark says smash the like button. Appreciate everybody being here, guys. 102 people in the chat. Much love to everybody. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. This will help the channel out a lot. We'll be streaming. We'll be doing a Philly Shakedown Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And on top of that, we'll be streaming the Dallas versus Eagles this Saturday at 8:15. So we'll be ready. We'll be ready for it. George Jones said, "Really, Devonta and Hurts and Goddard with Quez? My goodness. I mean, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Really, I think like AJ, I take it as the same as like AJ Green. Like AJ Green, I think that's what he needed. He needed to get off the Bengals. I think that's what he really needed. Like, some receivers just need to go somewhere else. And I think Ridley can be that guy. You know what I mean? He's 20. He'll be 28 by the time if we trade for him. He'll be 28 years old in his prime and ready to go. You know what I mean? So why not? Alvaro Ross said, even if you did, the Jalen Hurts doesn't make you any less of an Eagles fan. I never heard anyone say you need to like the QB to be an Eagles fan. Hurts fans are nuts. Yeah, it is what it is. Just like this one right here. Scheme Team says, Joe, you want Minshew as a starter? Have and forget. Okay, that's fine. Totally fine. On to the next comment. Jay Shunk said, this is a team 9-7 with Nick Sirianni. He took the Colts to the playoffs. Now Nick is stuck with us. It was right at taking teams to the playoffs. George Joint says, Hurts the reason why we're still talking about the season. Wentz might not make the playoffs. This wasn't for you, Joey. Comments getting out of hand. No, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like what I say 4 or 5 weeks ago, like it changes, guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like people take what I say 4 or 5 weeks ago. It is what it is. Like, of course I wanted Minshew to start after that bye week because of how good he played. But, you know, Jalen Hurts is your second round pick. You know, at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is your second round pick, and you got to find out what you have in him. You know what I mean? So I knew that they had to start Jalen Hurts after this bye week. They had to do it. And you know what I mean? So coming off that Giants game, it wasn't great. You know, had the ankle issue, faced the Jets, obviously. You know, so there's a lot to really talk about with Jalen Hurts. But I think he's played really good football the past few weeks. I thought he's played really well. Scheme says a lot of fans want Minshew in. I don't understand. You always mad. Look, I'm about the logo for the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't care who's the quarterback. I don't even care. Okay. I'm not a fan of one quarterback or no quarterbacks. I can care less who's that quarterback. I don't care because at the end of the day, I want this team to win a championship. That's all I care about. I'm not like one of those guys that, there's Carson Wentz fans that like Carson Wentz, that follow Carson Wentz to another team and like what he does over there. It is what it is. I don't like that whatsoever. So, I have no problem against it, but I don't care who's the quarterback. I just want to win. I can give a crap less. Ripger says Ridley is another Bama guy. I love it. Horace Grisha isn't really battling mental health. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. That's why he's only played about 5 games this year. 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, so not much. That's what I'm saying. If you're giving up a first-round pick for what? You get what for ceiling of what he could do for the team? I mean, that's way too much for a guy that's only played 5 games. Clark says 2 big Bama receivers and a Bama QB. Damian Nice says now Diggs and Wilson have code from the Cowboys. Yeah, I saw that. They're playing a game, bro. They're playing the game just like we are, bro. Like we're not. They're playing this COVID game. They're playing it. There's nothing. I'm telling you, there's a plan in motion on both teams. Like they're trying to get. They're just giving themselves a reason to cut starters out of this game. That's all it is. It's all it is. They want to get some guys out and have an excuse for them not to play in these games. That's all they're doing it for at the end of the day. So, big plus to Dallas Goedert will be a pro next year and will lead the tight end yards. I think he will be I think he'll make Pro Bowl next year. I think Dallas Goedert will. I think he's becoming a really good tight end for us, a reliable option for Jalen Hurts. And just imagine if you add another receiver to complement Devontae Smith plus Dallas Goedert in this offense. My God, we're going to be amazing. I'm telling you. Reggie says Philly Chicago trade Brooks for Mack. I don't know about Mack. We'll see. Steven says the Eagles should wear something black every playoff game, and they lose any games when they wear black this season. Dave McKnight said the Eagles are going to kick Cowboys' ass in their backups. Clark says all black unis for the playoff game. That should be interesting. Trust the vibe says Devin Lloyd in the first round. I wouldn't mind it. They want to go after a linebacker. I'm totally fine with that. No problem. OG says Slay has the lowest pass rating, single coverage, 25.4. Alvarez says Quez is open a lot, though. It's not Quez's fault that Hurts can't see him. Yeah, but I think I don't think Quez gets open every single play, but I think for most part earlier in the season, he got open a lot for Jalen Hurts. But I'm not saying that he doesn't get open. I'm saying that I just don't think he's a number 2 receiver. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I just don't think he's number 2. I don't think we're getting enough out of our wide receivers as of right now. I think we can get a lot more out of them. Scheme team Saliver, I think. Regis MC says NFL agrees. 17-game schedule is a joke. Only good where both teams are a contention is Raiders versus Chargers, Steelers versus Ravens. Alvarez says when Wentz was a QB, no one cared if you didn't like him, nor but it hurts. It's like you have to like him or not. True Eagles fan. Wentz fans are annoying, but they were not like this annoying. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So if I say something bad about Hurts and I say something good like a few weeks later about Hurts, you didn't want Hurts to be the quarterback and you didn't want this, you didn't want that. Well, it is what it is, man. That's just how it goes. Because the quarterback, just because the quarterback has, a few good games, it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? What's earlier in the season. But I thought the past few weeks he's played really well. Offering a third in Brooks. I'd do it. I'd do it in a heartbeat. I'd do it in a second. Why not? Big Chris says I let Minshew in the backup get this win on Saturday. It's a smart move. He probably will get a lot of playing time. I don't doubt it. Jay Chung says Jalen Hurts have an ankle injury because I looked up the injury report and it said the NFL Jalen Hurts has an ankle. They're probably just saying that because the rest of them. Yeah, probably. I don't think he does. I don't think he has it. Jay says, do you know anything about the injury report early? I don't know. I know they're going to be sitting out a lot of starters. So I think that's what they're that's it. Cortava said Wentz was called the North Dakota assassin. What do we call Hurts? We don't really call Hurts anything, to be honest. R. Graves says, by the way, Joey, this is Robert Gravino. Oh, Rob, what's going on, man? Oh, you changed your name? Oh, I'm about to say, I never saw the name before. So What do you feel, guys? Says Dan, want Miles running the ball with broken hand. He has fumbling issues at times. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the issue I'm having. Like, every time Miles comes back, then we have to wait till he gets to 100%. Like, we have no time. You know what I mean? It's one game. Like, you lose this game, you're done. You know what I mean? You lose that playoff game, you're out. You know what I mean? It's not the NBA. It's not baseball. So, you know, it's the one shot where we have to get this right. Jordan Howard, let that man sit and get enough rest as possible. Because Jordan Howard, I'm totally fine with getting a lot of carries. Miles Sanders, we're gonna have to see what they do. I mean, look, I've broken my hand before. I've broken a bone in my hand before. And let me tell you something. It's as a running back, I played as a defensive line with a broken hand, and it wasn't easy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Then you have to worry about, like I said, like you guys are saying, you have to worry about him fumbling the football and everything else going wrong. So Big Chris's Miles' hand going to be an issue with the fumble because, you know, they will be smacking that hand all game. Oh, definitely. Oh, 100%. 100%. And the answer, Joshua is going to put his name on the map this postseason. He's going to give Stafford nightmares. Just watch. And he's been playing really well. The pressures have been really good. Obviously, his sack numbers have been up a little bit, and his pressures have been a lot better. So, Jay Young said, Brandon Graham continues these injuries. Do you think we trade them or no? Because I don't think anybody would trade for him. He's getting injured every year. I don't think so. Well, Brandon Graham's a free agent after this year, and he'll probably be back. He's not retiring, and he's already discussed that he's not going to any other team. It's not happening. He's staying in Philly for the rest of his career, and if the Eagles don't want him back, he'll probably retire, or he's not going to end his career on an ACR, an Achilles injury, whatever he got. So what I'm thinking is he'll come back on a veteran minimum deal, most likely. So that's probably what will happen. Alvarado says Wentz and Hurts are trash. Sorry, not sorry. Both play the position sloppy. Scar V says might be better using draft pick on another receiver and have him as a rookie contract for 4 years, opposed to trading a high draft pick than having to resign Ridley after 1 year. Well, if they trade for Ridley, it mostly means they're going to extend him. They're not just going to trade a draft pick, especially a high draft pick. Okay, they're not just going to trade a high draft pick to get Ridley and not extend him. They're definitely going to extend his contract. There's no doubt about it. If they trade for Ridley, he's getting extended. So they're not going to just rent him for the year. That'd just be the dumbest move possible. Jace Young says, I don't think we keep Brandon Graham if he keeps getting injured. Alvarado says, I want Watson, which I don't think that's going to happen. Big Chris, I'm worried more about our defense flopping than Hurts QB play. I'm with you, Chris. I'm with you 100% on that. I am worried about this defense not showing up in the first half. I'm worried about this defense not blitzing enough. Not, even with some of the stunts. I mean, do some stunts. Do something at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have a 4-man pass rush. Don't continue to just watch your 4-man pass rush fail throughout the whole entire game. Because once they start doing their stunts, they start blitzing a little bit. I mean, Jannard Avery, oh my God. I mean, from some of these linebackers, I've been really impressed. Davion Taylor ended up getting hurt. I thought him and TJ Edwards was a really good combination. But when I saw Jannard Avery make some tackles, make some really good tackles, get some really good pressure. TJ Edwards has played really good. Alex Singleton probably played one of his best games last week, and he was just a physical specimen. See, when Singleton goes down, like when these linebackers are taking the hits, they're not going to go anywhere. But when they come down to bully people around, I'm telling you, when they lay the hits on people, this defense plays really well. It does. Gio says Hurts, I think, game is very comparable to Burrows and Murray. William Pace says, "What's up, my man? Shakes, how's it going? I see you feeling better." Yeah, I'm getting there, man. I still feel like crap, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there very slowly. Philly's Fine says, I feel like after the Jets game, Hurts saw what Minshew could do. He had to step his game up. His pass mechanics have improved a bit since that Giants game. Oh, definitely. And not even just that. I think once, he even the first Giants game back, he was more being in the pocket. I don't think he was 100%. He had to stay in the pocket a little bit, be a little bit more patient since his mobility wasn't at 100%. So I think that was definitely another learning concept too. Kind of some growing pains in the game a little bit. So, but it's worked out. I think he's learned a lot, and I think it's done a really good job. So, Jamal Mars says, "What up, Joey Shakes? Let's go Birds." Appreciate Jamal. Gio says Watson is not even in discussion until legal troubles are over. I'm trying to get through these comments as fast as I can, but it is tough. Yeepa says, "What up, Joey? Hope you feel better." I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. Big Chris says, "How about Mike Thomas or Mike Williams? Big body." I would love Mike Williams. Mike Thomas, I don't know. Mike Williams, I would love him. Oliver Russell Watson played with nothing and looked like MVP. Imagine what he could do as an Eagle. Well, I don't think no veteran quarterback's coming here, especially with the Eagles being in the playoffs now. There's no way they're thinking about a quarterback next year. I don't think they're trading for one, and I don't think they're going for one. It's not really even just about the playoff game that they have. I think just from the past few weeks, I think Hurts has really showed a lot. I think a lot of poise in the pocket, patient in the pocket, running with the football when he has to. I think he's been pretty accurate, and I think he's, the guy has a really good mentality and doesn't give up on plays when this team is down. He keeps chugging along. So William Pace says, get them likes up from man Shakes. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, bro. Let's see. Eagles 5 said you did doubt the team bad. You were hating. I told you calm down. We good, but you didn't want no part of it. Yeah, what week was that? See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, what week was it? I mean, you guys say I wanted Minshew over Hurts, and I gave up on this team. I never gave up on this team at all. I never gave up, but when they played like crap, I reprimanded them for playing like crap. It is what it is. It is what it is. Jay Young said we all have opinions, so chill with the comments. Don't make Joey Shakes go bonkers with these comments. No, it's not even that, but it's just like as a content creator, right? Like I got an opinion about this team every single week, and it changes most of the time. And most of the time, it's been poor. Then it has been good lately. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Like at the end of the day, like I only have my opinion on what I see with my own two eyes for these games. It is what it is. So what I say 5-6 weeks ago is still reprimanded till today. It is what it is. Hold on one second. I thought I just lost myself here. Big Juggy says he must really wasn't around Wentz fans. You could say anything bad about him around until last year. I argued people down that Wentz was better than Watson before last year. Big D says, I was also stupid enough to believe Carson was better than Watson. Jace Young says, when do you think we'll get a different defensive coach? Hopefully next year. Hopefully Nick Sirianni doesn't want Gannon around a lot longer. Looks like, it looks like there might be like Mike Zimmer might be fired from the Vikings. It might happen. It looks like it could happen. It's very highly it might happen. I would love to bring in a veteran defensive coordinator to, you know what I mean? So that'd be great if that's the case. But, we'll see. Argrave says, speaking of Brooks, is Samalo ever coming back? He could be a good depth piece for Art. Nah, I mean, Samalo is on a big contract too. So what do you do there? You move. So Dickerson's playing left guard, which I don't want them to move. If Kelsey retires, I don't want Dickerson moving the center. I want Dickerson staying at left guard. I want him next to Mulata. That's a brick wall over there. Because there was already enough we didn't know if our left side was going to be good. And to look like, we didn't know Land Dickerson was going to become a really pretty good player. I mean, I think Dickerson could become a Pro Bowl left guard. I really do think it could happen. But Samalo, I don't think he could beat out Dickerson. I just don't think it's going to happen. So what do? I don't know. Dickerson is going to be a nice depth piece, but he's another guy making a lot of money. So between Brooks and Isaac Samalo, it's going to be tough. Big D said the pass rush is a joke. I agree. Big Punch to Joey. You think Case Kelsey's going to retire after the season? He's going to be emotional if he does. Every time he's hurt during the season, it seems like he says it's going to be his last year. But then when the offseason comes, and I think Nick Sirianni and Doug Pearson have dealt with Kelsey, dealing with Kelsey and what he'll say that he's going to retire or whatnot. But I don't know. If he does, then yeah, it's going to be really hard to replace that position, unfortunately. So. Alex Harrell says, almost missed you. Big Chris says, I like the 5-man front pressure that puts us at Daniel safety and corners playing man. And that's what I like. Don't want these corners pushed back 15 yards, giving these receivers big chunk yards because, Gannon's afraid to give up that big play and be playing way too cautious. I got my first Philly jersey at Smitty. Amber, that's great. That's probably the jersey I would get. The embarrassment people keep saying Watson. He said no to Philly. That was just a rumor, though. That's just a rumor. There's nothing even right about that. So, and he has to resign BG and Kelsey 1-year deals, extend restructure Slay, Cox, Hargrave, Howard, rebuild defense, and that only money I'd spend free agency on wide receiver 2, maybe splash edge rusher and 1 available. That's way too much. Restructure Slay, Cox, Hargrave, Howard. You want to restructure 4 players? That's the reason why we're over the cap every single year. You don't want to restructure 4 players. That's way too much. Yeah, will we save a lot of money? Sure, but no. You can't restructure Fletcher Cox. You already restructured him and freed up $11 million this year. Jordan Howard only has 1 more year on his contract, which isn't really that much money. Slay, if I don't even want to restructure him. I'd rather extend him to lessen the cap hit than restructure him. Hargrave, I wouldn't even touch that contract. I mean, you could save a lot of money restructuring Hargrave if you want, but like I said, that's just kicking the can down the road. It's freeing up a lot more money now, and it's bigger cap hits later. So I wouldn't even be thinking about that right now. Maker said we should draft a center and a right guard. This draft O-line loaded, and Kelsey probably retires. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously, like Kelsey will, obviously the Eagles are going to ask Kelsey what he's doing with his career, if he's staying here or if he's retiring. Because if he's retiring, then obviously, changes are going to have to be made. That's probably what's going to happen. Nick says, Joey, you see Borshalife take shots at Philly 500. What a weird. Borshalife, that's my dude. That's my guy. Yeah, he's taking shots, but it's friendly shots. It's not what you think it is. It's friendly shots at the end of the day. It's not what you would think. It's having fun, and that's what it is. It's having fun because it's Dallas. It's Philly Dallas week. So, agree. So Kelsey's playing the best football of his career. I hope he stays another year. He could play for another 3 to 4 years. No joke. Moses Sanson, what's going on, man? So what is Keenan Allen looking like? He was coached by Nick. Yeah, that is true. Oliver Ross said, I'm not a Hurts fan, Anthony. Like I said, you don't have to be a fan of a QB to be a fan of the team. That Hurts fan saying that crap. I am an Eagles fan. Appreciate that, Oliver. That's what I'm talking about. Alex Rios said, call it like you see it, Joe. That's all I'm going to do, bro. Big D says Vic Fangio's another one. Yeah, Mike Zimmer and Vic Fangio is going to be definitely another one. Jay Young says, when people think Philly Farmers are saying something the other day, they give me a timeline because they say some crazy stuff. Yeah, Micah Parsons has the virus apparently, but I don't think he does. Paul says Eagles have approximately 50 million cap space for 2022. Expect Brandon Brooks to be removed. Oh, 100%. 100%. Someone told me 50 million cap space. I'm like, no, it's not going to be 50 million. I don't know who got that number from. The Eagles, number one, you still have Mulata, Avonte Maddox, and Dallas Goedert's contract that haven't even took effect next year. So those extensions haven't even took effect at all. So Shane Butler says, I want Allen Robinson. That's another guy, a little bit injury prone, but he should be relatively cheap, not too expensive. Marlon Johnson says, Gannon coaches under Zimmer. They're one and the same. No, I don't think so, bro. No, not even close. I don't think so. But he said Nagy has good defense every year, but he sucks offensively. And look, Dan Quinn has sucked as a head coach for the Falcons. Not entirely, but as the late stretch to what Dan Quinn has done with the Falcons, it wasn't good. So, and look what he's doing as a defensive coordinator. I think Mike Zimmer just has to go back to his roots and just be a defensive coordinator and worry about a defense for another team, and that's really it. Paul Mancini says, Dickerson's an NFL guard, not a center. Eagles will be a true center, replace Kelsey, who I expect will retire after this season. I wouldn't move Dickerson the guard. I'm a center either. Richie FC Nagy was on Reach OC on the Chiefs. Matt Week says, what matters in the end is that the team eventually wins more championships regardless of who's playing on this team. Thank you very much for that, bro. Brand Peck says, do you think Kellen Moore would come? Kellen Moore? No. Kellen Moore wants a head coaching job, bro. He don't want to be an offensive coordinator. I just the Zimmer defense, they gave up like hella points in crunch time. I know, but at the same time, like I think he just needs to stop being a head coach. I think he needs to just be a defensive coordinator. Sometimes when you're a head coach and you're doing way too much, and he's just been there way too long. He's just one of those coaches that just been there so long. It's just to a point where it just gets kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Like some guys just need to hit some coaches just need to hit the restart button. Andy Reid just need to hit the restart button. There's plenty of coaches out there just need to hit that restart button. So I think that's one of them. Andre Moses trade value for Brandon Brooks. There's none. There's absolutely no trade value because he hasn't played any games. He played 2 games. That's it. and he hasn't played since week 2 of the season. So there's no trade value. I said to myself, if Brandon Brooks got healthy, then, he played a couple games at the end of the year and kind of, increases trade value a little bit. That team's looking at him. He looks good. And obviously it's not happening. Our greatest says Jacoby Stevens got some playing time last game. I like that kid. Yeah, physical guy, good tackler. So obviously good, he'll compete for linebacker / safety, whatever they want to put him at next year. Our greatest says, how has Milt Williams been? I know he's been making plays, but I haven't followed closely. Milt Williams been he's flashed a little bit. I mean, is anything crazy? No, but he's flashed. He's got like maybe 2-3 sacks for the year, but he's flashed a little bit. I definitely want to see more. Maybe another offseason from him and going into his second year. So I'm excited for Milt Williams as a rotational defensive tackle. So we'll see. Alex says solution to draft Linderbaum is if he's there. I mean, probably. I mean, where we're going to be in this draft, yeah, he'll probably be there. So we have, 4 minutes? I'm going to give it another 4 minutes. I'm only doing an hour tonight. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of streams this weekend. We're going to have the Philly Shakedown tomorrow night, Saturday, Sunday. 121 people in the chat. Much love to everybody. Much love for everybody in the support from I got the virus, this past week and a half, and want to appreciate everybody for commenting. I want to let everybody know. So love all you guys for commenting and just supporting. If you didn't get a chance to comment, I do appreciate everybody that's been supporting and everything like that. So we'll go over a few more questions for a few more minutes. And then tomorrow we'll get ready for the Philly Shakedown. Subscribe if you guys haven't. We cover the Eagles every day. If you guys haven't liked the stream before you leave, please like the stream. It does help out the channel out a lot. We'll be streaming the Dallas Cowboy Philadelphia Eagle game, 8:15 p.m. Saturday. We'll have a shakedown, like I said, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tomorrow it will be on my channel. Saturday will probably be on his channel, most likely after the game. Then Sunday back on mine. So we're going to be we'll be alternating this weekend. Jason, if the Cowboys start the stars, do you think Darius Slade, Devontae Maddox, Elson could break up the wide receivers for the Cowboys? Wait, if the Cowboys start the stars, you think Darius Slade, Devontae Maddox, Nelson could break up the wide receivers for the Cowboys? I don't know if probably, but I don't know if Slade's going to even be. I don't know if some of these guys are going to be playing. Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening Saturday. I have no idea. However, Russ, if that's true, man, I'm never going to want a team to lose. I want to win. Drip says, so what are we going to do when Slade is gone? Well, we're going to have to, we don't even know if Nelson's going to be here next year. Nelson's on a 1-year deal right now. So if he walks, you got Tay Gowan, you got that Vincent Jr. guy, Zach McPherson. You really don't have much back there. Good competition, definitely. They add some more pieces, but I think Slade should get extended for another 2 years. I think you should extend him till 2024, and that's it. You know what I mean? I think you have to draft a corner sooner or later. Don't dip in free agency for one because it's way too much money. Screw free agency and cornerbacks. It's a waste of money. It just is. They need to literally draft a corner. They really do. Badly. I think there's about 4 or 5 pretty good corners in this draft. I just don't know. I really want a defensive end. I don't know. It really depends. Paul Mancini said I would hire Vic Fangio every day over out of date Mike Zimmer. Check the Vikings defense out the last couple years. I know it hasn't been great. No. I don't think Dan Quinn's defense has been good either, even when he was the head coach for the last few years either, but I could be wrong. Moses says we should bring in Stephon. No, Gilmore is too old, and no. Like, that's what we got to stop doing. Like Gilmore, I like him, but he's just old, man. Like, we got to get young. This is the reason why we're never going to get young cornerbacks, because we keep signing guys. Look, Slay's a different story. We traded for Slay. We needed a corner really badly, and we got him finally. We tried trading for him the past few years, and then obviously the past couple seasons, 2 years ago was – it was time. You know what I mean? We finally got him, and it was like, thank God. You know what I mean? So it's only a matter of time before we draft another guy. But corners, safety's an empty position right now. Anthony Harris is on a 1-year deal. Rodney McLeod's on a 1-year deal right now. So, you're empty at safety. You got some linebackers, but I think you need that thumper to kind of be a good combination with Jannard Avery and TJ Edwards. Grigor says, "How is it supposed to be done? Getting guys healed up and rested for the W." I don't know. Whatever they're gonna do Saturday is what they're gonna do, and we just have to, you know what I mean. So if they rest a lot of guys, I can't go crazy about this game. You know what I mean? If they rest a lot of guys, then they're getting ready for the playoffs. Simple as that. Big Chris says Nelson is the weak link. They will target him all game. Yeah, I mean Nelson's the weak link. Has he been the worst corner we've had? No, but we've had no pass rush. You know what I mean? Like we put too much on these cornerbacks, but the cornerbacks have been the best position of this defense, and the linebackers have gradually gotten better every single week. But I wouldn't put all of it on Nelson. Yeah, he's, Nelson's not a number one corner. I mean, look, you're gonna have a number one in there. Even Slade gave up a few catches last game. I mean, he gave up a few last week, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like if we have no pass rush and they get these passes off, like how much are these corners supposed to do when there's no pass rush? Alex says you can only kick the can so many times before you break a foot. That's true. Big Pun Joey, you think Max proved the Eagles he deserves 3-year that he deserves that 3 year? Oh, 100%. Oh, definitely. Maddox? Oh my God, you see that PI call that Max got in that Washington game? He got that stupid PI call, and then he came back. He got that obviously the one to Terry McLaurin. He got the PI call. The next play, he made a play on Terry McLaurin across the field to the out of bounds, and then he made a play again on third down against the tight end. Like he came back with 2 more plays after that PI call. Never put his head down, didn't feel bad for himself. That's the type of corner I like. And Maddox is relentless. Well worth the money for 3 more years. 100%. He was playing so well this year, and all of a sudden he got an extension. I didn't think he was going to get one at all. So it's unreal. It's kind of crazy. So other than that, guys, we're going to end it here. Much love to everybody that showed up to the live stream tonight. We're going to be doing the Philly Shakedown Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to be streaming the Dallas Eagles game Saturday, 8:15. And then and that's it. We're going to be ready we're going to have plenty of content this whole entire weekend. We'll have a video out tomorrow morning on some news, obviously, that we talked about today. So definitely look, check it out. Comment Star, appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better, man. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So, all right. Other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. You guys have a fantastic day. I need to go chill out, and that's it. So you guys have a fantastic day. And we will see you guys tomorrow night on the Philly Shakedown. And we're very excited to get back together again after a long 5 days. So, all right, guys, you guys have a fantastic day. Guys, remember, ShakeSquad up, follows 5. Peace out, guys.